I think it's safe to say I've made this video probably like 3 or 4 times in the last year because every time I created a video like this, I thought we would be making progress towards, getting to the point of traveling to Deutschland, man. For the last year, you guys know my content's been centered around Europe, specifically Germany, and I've been talking about plans to travel to Germany. Now, there's several reasons why I'm learning German. Obviously, the main reason being my community is predominantly German, and the next reason being that when I do travel to Germany, I think it would be very impressive to know the language very well without having ever been there before. I think that's super dope. Think about that. Imagine mastering a language or damn near close to mastering a language and understanding and being able to speak it pretty decently before you ever visit the country, and then arriving in that country for the first time ever and then being able to really maneuver, that would be dope. That's what I've thought time and time again. But this video is basically going to be detailing, my current plans and current thoughts in traveling to Germany now. Since the pandemic hasn't gone away, it's actually gotten way worse. We've obviously seen, and I'm going to be posting a video probably a little bit later that I recorded a day ago, I think, on the lockdown 3.0 that's probably about to take place in Germany if it hasn't already. And, basically the situation in America, it's kind of crazy as well. So we have a lot going on. The number one thing is obviously I want to travel. I set aside some time on my calendar at work around May to go travel to Germany and stay there for a month, but it's looking like that won't be able to happen right now just because of the way the world is right now. The pandemic is literally still a thing, and we would have thought that it would have been over by now, right? It pretty much went into effect and everybody started implementing policies last March, and now almost a year later, it's just like, bro, what? Are you kidding me, bro? I thought 2021 would be the year where it goes away, and we still have the rest of the year to find out exactly when it'll go away. But it makes sense now. I can't. So a lot of people are telling me, well, bro, just plan in the future, plan in the future. Here's the thing. I always plan for trips like this, going anywhere or any kind of vacation in the future, because I don't like taking spontaneous trips for obvious reasons. It's way too expensive. Have you ever tried to book a flight the day before you wanted to go somewhere? That's really expensive, and chances are you're not going to get the seating that you want. And a lot of the situation that you would pretty much create for yourself would be very stressful, because it's last minute. So obviously I usually, when I plan trips out, I plan months in advance, and then things normally pull through. I'm good to go and everything's, honky dory. But because of the pandemic, it hasn't been like that. It's been quite the opposite. In fact, every time I've planned something in the future, I've set aside some time for maybe a vacation or so. Plans always get canceled. Plans always get canceled because it's looking like every single time it's nah, bro, you're going to have to wait. Now, another thing that I find pretty interesting too, that I'm a little bit worried about, and this has nothing to do with Germany so much as the traveling aspect of everything. Since traveling hasn't really been predominant, I feel like that may or may not have had an impact on airlines altogether, because as you guys have heard, within the last week or so, there was a plane crash coming out of, I think, Malaysia again. It was a Boeing aircraft. It fell from 10,000 feet. And that's scary to think about. I'm pretty sure no one wants to think about their plane crashing on a vacation trip to whatever their desirable country would be. It's horrible, bro. It's horrible. And it's something that, you can't control. But plane crashes are actually a lot more common than we think. They're not it's not 1 in every 3 planes crashes or something like that. But it's a lot more. It's not rare like we used to think it was. And I feel like it's probably only gotten worse because maybe pilots haven't had the familiarity with flying as often because of the pandemic. Now, the one thing, I'm in the Air Force, so I kind of know how the flying thing works. Hate to break it to a lot of people. A lot of people already know this, but 90% of the flight is autopilot. So, the pilot's just there to make sure that the aircraft functions properly and to take over at certain points of the flight. But that's bothersome as well. So the plans that I keep getting questions about where I'm going to travel, what place I'm going to be. It fluctuates every single time I make these videos. Sometimes I say Stuttgart, sometimes I say Aachen, sometimes I say Berlin, Munich, Frankfurt. As of lately, I'm really thinking about landing in Berlin at this point because I've heard a lot about it. Hamburg, I really wanted to land in as well, but I don't know. Berlin just seems really dope, bro. Really dope. So I just feel I don't know. That might be the first place I land in and explore because a bunch of factors are kind of going into this. Okay, cool. I want to see like what is the biggest place, one of the biggest places in Germany that I can do the most stuff. Like what is the place, one of the most centralized locations that I can do the most things in Germany. Now I don't think Berlin's really centralized per se, but it's mainly like it's a big ass city, so you can do like so much there, like so much. So I definitely wanted to land there, explore every nook and cranny of Berlin. Germany's not that big, so I probably could just go travel around and kind of see other places as well while I'm there. But I decided that I think it would be best to split the Germany trips up into a series of trips. Connor Sullivan's done this before, and I watched his content, and I'm like, that seems like a good idea. So that's pretty much what I'm thinking right now. Maybe the first trip will be like, a few places like Berlin. And the surrounding, Bundeslands around that. And I'm like, okay, cool. I can kind of go around there, try some things out, hang out with a few of the subscribers and stuff like that. And, just vibe for a bit and then head back here to America and then plan another trip and go to different places each time until I've explored every nook and cranny of Germany. And then I'll just come back and just vibe and, have fun. I mean, I'm going to have fun every single time, but I want to be able to travel to every part of Germany eventually and kind of just get a different experience, vlog out there a lot, and kind of see things for what they are. I've done a lot of research, I've talked to a lot of people, but now it's time for me to experience it for myself. And I feel like that's the final missing piece of this entire equation. So I don't think it's super bad like I did last year where I can't travel to Germany right now, because I feel like the longer that it takes for me to travel to Germany, the better my German will be. So when I do get to Germany, I'll be able to speak it very well, understand it very well, and conduct myself and maneuver around the country very well. So I'm basically building up my skill set for Deutschland before I even get there. And I think that's really cool. But if you guys have any suggestions as far as where I should land and go and explore first, like what would give me the best first impression of Germany, let me know in the comments down below. What are the beautiful spots? I've heard so many different places. I mean, I'm pretty sure most of Germany is really beautiful, the food, I'm trying to find places that have good food around it and stuff like that. I think that would be Germany as a whole, but there's some places that are better than others. So if you guys have any suggestions regarding that, that would be amazing. I'm going to be reading the comments and opening up a discussion about that. But I don't know. The pandemic's been very interesting, very weird. And I do have a question for all of my people still watching that have made it to this point in the video. How has the pandemic been for you guys, especially with this new lockdown? Has nothing really changed, really? Have you not really been going out like that? Or has it been a little bit more suffocating now that there are stricter rules in place? As you guys know, also in America, there is about to be the inauguration, I think this week. And it's insane because there was literally a man found with 500 rounds of ammunition trying to get to the Capitol building and stuff again, bro, like recently. And I'm like, dog, like what is going on, man? Like the world is crazy right now. People are like, I feel like 2021 is low key like 2020 part 2, like for some situations. This year started off pretty good for myself, but I'm wondering how it's been for all of you. So let me know in the comments down below. Going back to the travel plans and stuff like that right now, I'm kind of just taking everything by ear. What it's looking like for this year is that I'm going to be in Germany probably in December. I know that's not what anybody was planning. I wasn't even planning that, but it's looking like either December or I'm gonna have to push it off till 2022 because this pandemic does not seem to be getting any better. We have a new strain of the virus that is popping up all over the world, and it's really taking people out. The first half was like the warm up, and now the second half is like the real deal, bro. Like it's taking people out. So I'm not sure how we're gonna battle this and stuff like that. Also, there's vaccines being administered, and people are feeling a little skeptical about that because some people are getting symptoms, other people aren't. And it's really crazy. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I just feel like I felt like I should make a video like this, updating everybody, because I still get questions like this all the time. I'm probably gonna get questions when I go live today on Twitch because we doing that. Yes, Thirsty. And I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I know I have an audience from other parts of the world outside of Germany. I know that. So if you're watching this as well, how is this pandemic for you guys in general? Like, are you guys feeling a little bit like cooped up and stuff? For me, I've made my peace with it. I feel like I'm using this time to really perfect a bunch of things and increase my skill set. But that's pretty much it. Love you guys. See you guys soon. Hopefully on my Twitch at twitch.tv/JamesBray, where we vibe and all of that good stuff. Take care. Bis später, Leute. Ciao. Well, 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 what a pleasure it is to see all of your beautiful faces at the end of this lovely video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sure you know, as I've mentioned in the past, we do have a Discord that's linked in the description down below, and we would love to have you a part of the world's greatest community ever, Bray Gang. Yes, if you've made it to this point in the video, you're officially a part of the community. So go ahead, join the Discord server. Link is in the description down below. And we also have other social media as well, like Instagram, Twitter. We're live. We go live on Twitch quite often as well. So it would behoove you to, go ahead and subscribe to the Twitch channel at twitch.tv/JamesBrayGang. Join the cause and be a part of the greatest, literally the greatest community ever. Okay, it's simple. Just go ahead and do those little things. We're trying to grow on all these little platforms and everything, and it really means a lot. Now, I know you guys stumbled up across the channel and you're like, what does this guy post? Like, what kind of content does he post? Reactions, vlogs, pretty much whatever comes to my mind. All right, it's random content. I don't know what I'm gonna be posting 10 years from now, but I do know that you can stick along for the journey, and it really means a lot. Now, for every single person that subscribes and follows all of the accounts that I have made, and all the links will be in the description down below, that's an automatic entry for any future giveaways I decide to have. I'll remind you when the giveaways take place, but you'll be surprised what I will be giving away because you guys have supported me so much up to this point, and it's only right that I do the same thing back. Thank you guys so much for being amazing, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.